Today we finally have an answer to the age-old question of where do babies come from? Baby RC cars. They come from RC sections. Here we go. On the operating table is the TRX4 Defender. And inside its belly is a wee little TRX4M just tucked in there. Wah! Wah! Are we gonna throw this baby into a room by itself, or are we gonna let it sleep in the same bed as us? Let me know in the comments what you like to do with your little babies. But here we go. TRX4M, it is a very tiny 18th scale model of the Defender. It says so right on the front. Pretty inexpensive, 150 bucks or so out the door, and it has a 180 sized motor. Had to think there for a second. It also has other things such as electronics, servo, a radio. It comes with a battery even, I do believe. It comes with a battery. Yes, it comes with a battery and a charger. 750 milliamp hour 2-cell LiPo. So let's take a look underneath this little cutie. Now, just like the original Defender, it is really top heavy because of all of the extra stuff in the big body and all that good stuff. And that's not really what I'm concerned about. But what I will tell you about is this really cool body clip style. It's got these two clips right here. Not even clips, it's molded into the body. These little guys, boop, boop. You pull those back, it comes off, you push it down, it clips back on. Really cool, actually. Good job, Traxxas. Now, I cannot speak to the longevity of any of this yet. I've only driven it in limited situations. But here it is. It's got a lot of electronics packed into it. The 4-link geometry looks like it's going to be pretty good. I can't speak to the roll center with this Defender body, but without the Defender body, it's probably going to be pretty nice. And yeah, here we go. All in one unit. There's the radio. It is also the ESC. The battery has a really funky plug to it that, of course, in Traxxas fashion, is a Traxxas exclusive. Same for the motor plug. I was looking to do an aftermarket motor for these, like this 66 turn 180 motor that I already have installed, as well as the 87 turn, which is a replacement for stock that has higher drag, brake, and torque. But that'll be another video, but they'll be out soon. What we had to do for the aftermarket motor, besides just stealing, of course, the stock motor wires, is we ended up having to go with a 2-plug system because, again, in Traxxas fashion, they made their own plug, something that you can't get at any plug factory anywhere in the world, and Traxxas probably won't sell it to you either. So you got to buy one of their motors. But yeah, we just got around that with a little craftiness using 2 plugs, and it works just fine. So, for the cost, I think this is going to be a pretty good rig. Knowing Traxxas, it is probably overbuilt. I can say with a 66 turn motor, I was able to stall it out, which I would probably say is the stock ESC. Just really, I mean, it's tiny. It's not going to really produce a lot of torque. So for torque production, you're going to be better off with a slower motor, such as the stock 87 turn or the 87 turn that we will have out on the market ASAP. As you can see, this one is silver. The ones that we produce are going to be black. It's going to look really good. It's already going to have the wires ready for you to just plug right in. So if you want more wheel speed, 66 turn. If you want the stock wheel speed, which in my opinion is probably going to be enough for most people, then you would go with the 87 turn. But this isn't the video to try to sell you aftermarket motors for this rig that just came out. This is just talking about it. All around though, from what I can tell, it's going to be a really interesting rig. I assume that it's going to be extremely popular because of the price point. It is Traxxas. They have a really good reach and marketing department, and they tend to not make junk. Like, you know, these are, people call them CVDs in the market. It's not really a CVD. It's technically an inside-out universal joint, but it comes with CVDs on it. It is bushings all throughout, which will actually, with the really small bearing sizes, it's going to keep it from going pop too quickly, at least. I do know that Fast Eddie Racing already has ball bearing kits for these, though. So if you're looking for that, go to his website. I already got a lot of my hair tangled up in it. It's so tiny. So yeah, that's my first impressions. We're gonna have to get this guy out on the rocks and see how it goes. I do already have a 66 turn motor installed into it, and that, you know, that's gonna kind of skew things a little bit. I should probably switch this back to the 87 turn to get a proper bead on how it runs. So we're just gonna stop right there and call it good for today. I am going to give you more impressions after I drive it, but so far, it looks pretty good, and it's got a really good price point, in my opinion, for the quality of the rig that it seems to be. So we're gonna find out more about it. I've got two rigs that are gonna get this in, or I'm sorry, I've got two rigs coming. So one I'm gonna keep stocking, the other one I'm gonna modify. This one I borrowed from a local so that we could make sure that our aftermarket motor fit. And that's that. So there you go. TRX4M Defender, a new little mini or micro rig. We'll call this one a mini. Maybe that's what the M stands for. And I like it so far. So if you got any questions, or if you have comments, because I know a lot of y'all probably have these, let me know what you think about the rig down below. Is there anything that you have broken yet? Have you taken it out wheeling on the biggest rocks ever? It's going to be really easy to find stuff hard for this to go over because of its size. So yeah, cool stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.